Welcome to your feature presentation, the podcast where we bring you the latest and greatest movies in pop culture. Today we are ranking all 6 Scream movies. And Andrew, I've got a little surprise for you. Hold on. I'll be right back. Hello, Andrew. Andrew, do you like scary movies?
I love scary movies.
Well, let's play some scary movie trivia.
I dare you.
I have a question. What's your favorite scary movie? Just kidding. I'm sure it's Halloween. What is Michael Myers' middle name?
William.
Wrong answer.
Oh.
It's Aubrey.
No way.
Kind of kills the vibe, doesn't it?
It's Aubrey.
You think you know horror, Andrew? Then tell me this, smart guy. What's the only slasher flick where the killer actually uses a chainsaw and a hammer and never once uses a knife?
Is it Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Correct, baby.
Hey.
No knife, no problem. Just pure fuel. Number 3. In Scream, Randy lays out the rules for surviving a horror movie. But tell me, which rule did he break first?
He was alone in a room.
Wrong
Isolated.
answer.
Okay.
Randy's number 1 rule, never say, I'll be right back. Guess what he said? I'll be right back. And he wasn't. Dumb move. Movie nerd. Ever walk upstairs when you should have run out the front door? Yeah, me too. In The Shining, what does Jack type over and over on the manuscript?
Oh, it's all work and no play makes Jack an angry boy.
Wrong answer.
Oh, what does he type in? Oh, is that like just his little phrase?
All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
Oh, what did I say? Angry boy?
Yeah.
Damn.
You were close.
I was close.
So tell me, you like zombies, huh? Then tell me, what movie gave us the line, they're coming to get you, Barbara?
Night of the Living Dead.
Correct.
Hey, let's go.
George A. Romero's classic black and white, low budget, high body count. You've heard it right. Or do you only watch remakes?
Guilty.
In A Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger was burned alive by the parents of Elm Street. But what did he do to deserve it? Tick-tock, Andrew.
What did he do to deserve it? Murdered children in their sleep?
Yep. Parents didn't take too kindly to that, so they roasted him like a marshmallow. Sweet dreams, huh? Andrew, they say curiosity killed the cat. Or maybe it opened the box. Which horror movie centers on a puzzle box that summons demons?
Oh. I don't know. The Box?
No, then I'm gonna gut you like a fish. Hellraiser. The box, the chains, the Cenobites. Yeah, that's the one that looks Hot Topic exploded. Pinhead says hi.
Yeah. Okay.
Careful who you call Carrie, Andrew. She might set the place on fire. But what color was her prom dress before all the blood?
White?
Carrie's dress was pink. Come on.
Dang it. Come on.
She just wanted to dance until someone dumped a gallon of pig's blood on her. Kind of a mood killer, huh?
Is it too much for a girl to ask?
Last question. Get it wrong, and you might end up like Drew Barrymore. Or will you? It's fine. What 1970s horror movie was advertised with the line, "Who will survive and what will be left of them"?
1970s horror film. Who? Is it the first Friday the 13th?
Wrong answer. Sing. If we were in the same city, this would be the place that I would come behind you and.
Yeah.
Well, that's our
What
Scream
would be
trivia.
the last one?
You would have died many, many times. It's
Yeah.
Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Ah, man.
Should I keep the mask on the entire pod?
No.
What's funnier? Honestly,
just-
what's funnier? Me doing the voice or just talking normal with the mask on?
Talking normal with the mask on, but like playing it like it's not anything weird.
Well,
It's just
to me, the Scream movies are really like they're indicative of the discussion on horror. Like it's the movie where horror movies exist, so it's really kind of a meta style.
Well, yeah, I don't think that you can actually have any real or meaningful conversation about horror movies without Scream because it's so meta that it kind of double metas and cancels out and is itself.
Yeah.
Ew. Excuse me, pop quiz question for the voice, the phone voice. Who is the voice of the phone, Ghostface in all of the movies? You can't look it up, Mr. Ghostface.
It's actually part of my thing I'm doing later, but I forgot his name.
Oh,
Roger Del Jackson.
you get it.
I literally am referencing that later, so. All right,
Oh,
I'm going to
great.
take this mask off.
All right, you're a little sweaty. Mask comes off.
It's
not
me.
Keith. It's Emma under the mask.
I was deaf. What did you say?
I said, takes the mask off, and it's Emma.
Yeah. Wow, she really sold it.
Yeah, she was good.
So yeah, Roger L. Jackson. I forgot because I'm going to bring him up right now anyways. But yeah, we're going to do scary movies ranked. We're going to dive right in. But first, I just wanted to give a shout out to your favorite scary movie, which is How the Scream Films Rewrote the Rules of Horror. So it's a book on the making of all 6 Scream movies through they interview actors, writers, directors. It's a really cool book. It's by Ashley Cullens. And the really cool part is if you get the audiobook, Roger L. Jackson does the audiobook. So he reads the entire thing and he goes into Ghostface voice whenever he feels the need. Even just like the chapters, like chapter 7. It's so good.
That's awesome.
But yeah, big shout out for that book. Really enjoyed it.
Heath, let's get into ranking these bad boys, these bad Jackson movies here. 6 Scream movies so far total. 7th one coming later. But out of the ordering, we have Scream 3 as the least favorite. You want to talk about that one? This is the one I watched actually most recently. Something's very fresh in my mind. And I do have some good things to say about it. I'm curious how you feel about Scream 3 and why we put it down there.
Well, first off, I want to say this franchise doesn't dip very low to me.
No.
I think even if it's at its worst, I think it's still really fun. And if we're comparing horror franchises, the worst of Scream beats a lot of the worst of Halloween's, Nightmare on Elm Streets, Friday the 13th, stuff like that. I think, honestly, Alien would be the only one I'm like, what has worse movies? Which, that'd be a really fun topic, too.
That'd be fun.
Oh, gosh. I think I would have to go with Alien. No, I would have to go with, Scream as a better franchise for having better movies because of one movie in the Alien franchise. What is it? What Alien movie do I hate?
You hate, is it Requiem?
Yep. 100%.
Yeah, you do.
If Requiem didn't exist, it would be the opposite.
Is it a pile of hot trash for Heath?
Heaven is just a place where Alien vs. Predator Requiem doesn't exist. Yeah. So yeah, I wanted to say that too because I love all these movies. So this was kind of our feelings combined with critic review and audience score. So Scream 3, same thing. I think most people would say this is the worst of the series, but I would even push back because I love it so much. I think this is a movie for the Scream fans. Like, it's a movie about the making of a movie, and it's so in-jokey. It's so funny. I really enjoyed this movie. I think it's one of my favorite rewatches to me, honestly.
It really packs a punch, especially if you've seen the other 2 recently, right? Like, is it Randy, the film guy from Scream 1 and 2?
Yeah.
He's got that video that like pre-recorded.
Yeah.
Like, if you're seeing this, I'm dead. But also, if you're seeing this, that means Ghostface is back. And that means 3 things. He's like, this is the trilogy. And he goes through that. And I think him prefacing, every time he prefaces in any of these movies, I love it so much. And it just reminds me of how much fun I'm gonna have, because there's self-fulfilling prophecies, but it doesn't get so stale that it's boring, right? He doesn't ruin the fun. He just kind of tells you this is pretty much what's going to happen. This is the kind of fun you're going to get. So I enjoyed that. And Scream 3, I think definitely, it's a really great conclusion to the trilogy. I'm going to be honest with you. I think that there should never have been another Scream after 3. I think they should have. I do like them. I like them as movies. But I think what Scream 3 did should have just ended. And that Sidney and Dewey and all of those characters should have never come back. So there's my take.
I think it does. I disagree with that, but I also get it. It's a good ending for their character arcs. Yeah. But I'm glad we got more movies at the same times too. So I can't quite say that, but I totally get that vibe. I love meeting all of their counterparts, like all their movie star. You know, it just cracks me up so much. So like there's a guy named Ricky in Stab 3. And then they make fun of him because he's like, you're a video star. You just hand in for Randy. And he goes like, it's an homage. You know, it's so funny.
An homage.
And that Randy bit is so funny because his sister shows up and is like, here, you know, he sent this to me. And it's clearly supposed to be filmed during the events of Scream 2.
Yeah.
Because that's when he died. So it has to be before that. But then he goes immediately into the trilogy of a horror movie.
Yeah.
And it's like clearly about their current circumstances. Like they clearly shot it for this.
Yes.
But
even like when he tells the story of when he had sex for the first time and he has a back and forth with Dewey, even though it's a VHS recording, because he knows, like, that was a really funny trope of like, her? Yes, her. No way. I'm not kidding.
Yeah. It's so funny. I also like, so Jenny McCarty is in it. And she was also in a Scary Movie, which is the parody of Scream.
Right. Yes.
Like, that is so funny. I didn't even look up. So she's in Scary Movie 3, so that'd be 2003.
I always, every time they,
this was after. So
she was in a Scary Movie and they like bring her over.
Yeah, she was in Scream 3, and then 3 years later, she was in the opening of Scary Movie 3.
That's so funny. She did it so well.
Yeah, she was great.
Anytime Sidney throws something down the stairs that is like perfectly perched on the top, I think like, man, you know exactly what you are. Like,
yeah,
this is a scary moment, right? He's like chasing you. There's anticipation, but they never fully get away from the fact that we know that we're a scary movie and we know that these tropes have to exist. Even like recreating her childhood house for the movie, and she plays out all of these things inside of that house. Like there's a giant like paint cart at the top of the stairs and she shoves the whole thing down at him.
Yeah.
Like, what? I love it. It's great.
It's great too, because it is that throwback which they keep talking about, but I love like the on-set house from those closing scenes, which is so cool. Also we got Peter Wayland in this. Our producer.
It's a crossover.
It is a crossover.
They're connected.
So this is before the events of AVP.
Yes.
There's a lot of like cameos. Jay and Silent Bob were in this for some reason.
Jay and Silent Bob.
You don't know? Oh my gosh. Look them up. Look them up right now. Jay and Silent Bob.
Okay.
You'd recognize them. But yeah, so I feel like, this movie, I definitely understand. I think it really falls apart with the ending, just like the reveal. I think this is my least favorite Ghostface, which is Roman. I don't know. I do think.
Oh, the Kevin Smith cameo.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's characters. That's Jay and Silent Bob are those two characters, and they exist in many movies. Like,
really?
Yeah, they have their own movie, and they're in like Clerks. They have like, I think that was their first thing, but
Hilarious. Anyway, okay.
Yeah.
That's deeper than I thought. I was like, why is Kevin Smith getting a cameo right now?
Right. Yeah. It's like that is Kevin Smith, but that's his character that he they do.
So funny.
So I don't know. I really enjoy that one. I definitely get why it's the last one. The ending, it does end in a creepy house, but then Scream is always like it's campy, it's just campy enough, I feel like, in the whole I'm your secret half brother is just felt a little too much for me. But I don't know. Okay, we got to talk about my favorite part of this movie is Parker Posey. Every line she says, so she's the fake Gail Weathers.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Every line she says, and like when she's always trying to like post up behind Gail, like how she's standing and how she would say stuff, and she like tries saying stuff, like Gail, and it's just she's so funny. Like the over the top, self entitled actress is just played so well that I love her every line. My lawyer like that. Like it's just she's so funny. Oh man. And then so it just that's a delight for me. So that's a lot of love. Do you have any more love to say for Scream 3?
No, I actually, this is my last thing. I did like the evil half brother thing because the whole movie. Remember the first time I watched it, and even on the rewatch recently, I was like, "Oh, this is the perfect opportunity to do like the evil twin brother thing." And I thought that on my first rewatch, I was like, oh, "They better do it because that's like such a funny trope that to lean into," and they pretty much did it. Like it's pretty much like separated siblings at birth.
Yeah.
So I had the thought and was hoping for it, which is why it wasn't a disappointment for me. But anyway, there's lots of like out of left field twists in all of these movies, and that's what makes them entertaining. So
yeah.
All right,
moving on.
Number 6.
That's our number 6. Scream
1.
Scream 4.
Ding ding.
So this is a little more mixed, but fairly well received. What were your thoughts on going back to this?
Yeah, this one's 15 years after the first Scream, and I wasn't a super big fan of the premise. When we get to it, I was a much bigger fan of Scream 5, the 2022 Scream.
Yeah.
As a premise to like restart. And yeah, return to Woodsboro and Sid like kind of being an author now when Gail Weathers already kind of did the author thing as a character. Not that like two people can't write books, but I just thought it was weird that like Gail's like, I'm not an author anymore, and then Sydney was like, I'm the author. So
yeah,
I wasn't super into that, but I did like the whole like let's actually frame Sydney for this thing. Not just like, I'm gonna frame you for this later, which has been threatened to her in the final monologue of a villain, but a genuine, like, we're gonna take steps to actively make Sydney look like she's trying to make another book deal, trying to get famous again, because that plays, right? That makes a lot of sense to me. So, didn't so much like some of the premise, but other parts I really did enjoy. I like that Sydney could genuinely be someone in the conversation for who Ghostface is.
Yeah, and I think this one, to me, what makes it better than the other one, or than Scream 3, is just I think the whole villain arc is a lot more interesting. The high school kids, I like how they have the legacy characters and they have the high school gang as well, and they're like new people, like there's some attachment. So like Sydney's cousin, that's why we know these kids. But yeah, Rory Culkin, I think, is such a standout in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's a great Ghostface. I love he's just a great actor. I think, I mean, even his death scene is just like, man, does he sell that? I think 2 deaths that are like haunting with how like gut wrenching, like the bad guy's dying, but it's just done so viscerally. The way they crawl and the way their ending moments, I think, would be Billy Loomis, Skeet Ulrich, and then Rory Culkin. And I think that would be those 2 guys. Just I felt a lot of that same vibe from them. definitely kind of
Yeah,
kicking back
it's like
to
a
that.
genuine psycho kind of like.
Yes.
Whoa, this guy is demented. He's going insane, like writhing and yeah, it is.
Yeah, it feels like there's something like not human about their
Yeah.
deaths. It's like more
Mhm.
serpentine. It's just this visceral thing. But yeah, just like the high school gang is really good. I don't love that Jill like is the villain. I think it's better than like Roman as the ending mastermind, but I just feel like she kind of I think like Rory Culkin plays the good geeky high school kid well and the villain well. And I think Jill, like that actress only plays the high school well. I think her villain is just not quite there for me. But it's also like feels so scary that she's just like, I just want to be famous. You know, like some of those motives are so intense.
That I think has always interesting with these movies, that each of the villains, each of the Ghostface killers, have deeply selfish motivations, but they're also very different expressions of like pride or selfishness. That you could be like, I want to be famous because like specifically like you are famous because you're a survivor and I want to be a survivor. But then Scream 2, I forget that boyfriend's name. No, not the boyfriend, the friend of the boyfriend. I want to say Charlie was this movie. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Timothy Olyphant.
Oh yeah.
When he was the killer, we'll get to him. He's like, I want to be famous, but as a serial killer. I want to be known as a serial killer, and I want to have a trial, and I want people to write books about me and study me. And like,
Yeah.
those are very similar. I want to be famous, but there's big differences between the two. So it is cool, yeah.
Delightful. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was a bit of the going back. I feel like that was the best choice, but I think it also wasn't fresh as well. So I think that's why it's to me it's my fifth favorite. I think it's a little better than 3. The whodunit angle is better. I think it's a better movie than 3. But that's also why it's near the bottom of our list. So let's move on to Scream 2022. I have a huge gripe with the title of this movie.
Cool. Yeah, me too.
They make a joke about it in the movie. It's like, why are they calling it Stab again or whatever? Because we all know it's Stab 8. You know, like they make a joke about it, but it's still stupid. And so for some reason, studios think that people don't understand it, which they made this joke in the movie. Hold on, I've got more stuff to say.
Okay.
They make the joke that we don't know it's the next movie. And so like, but for some reason, studios think this is someone would get turned off by going to see Stab 4 or Scream 5. So like they call it Scream again. And I just don't like that. There's 3 movies called Halloween, and some are in chronological order. Some are different universes. Like it's dumb. Okay.
Yep.
I want you to guess it because I have the perfect title for this movie that would achieve both. It would tell you in a wink way, this is Scream 5, but it's a title without a number. Okay, so there's a title without a number that looks like a number, the number 5, that they could call this movie. What is it? Screams. They could call Scream 5
You're right.
Screams.
You know where my brain was replacing the S in the beginning of Scream with a 5, and I was like, 5 ream? What?
Screams. 5 Screams.
Yeah, screams. So you can say screams and then have the S look like a 5. A bloody 5.
Yes. And I think that would have achieved both. That would have been like
a marketing genius.
I know, missed opportunity, and instead they called it Scream 2022, which I just don't like. As a movie nerd, I always have to look up movies, and then I'm like, but which one is this? And then it's the 2022. I don't know. But anyways, so I really like this. This, to me, really did kind of change a bit. I feel like I enjoy how each of them are new openings. They feel fresher.
Yeah.
We didn't even talk about it, but Scream 4, I think, has a great opening where they're making a joke about all the past Stab movies. It's like the double people watching that, which is great. But then in this one, this is the first time the person from the original opening scene does not die. So Jenna Ortega is doing the whole spiel, like, yeah, who's calling, you know, which I love that it's still always a landline. It's still always like they don't even try to like, no, well, everyone has phones, but then also everyone has a landline and they pick it up. It's Woodsboro. AT&T doesn't service the area. And so she does survive the opening, which already kind of changes some stuff. And that's cool. And this one is very much about elevated horror. And they talk about like the Babadook and that kind of stuff. And so that's just really satisfying as well.
Yeah.
And this one, Scream 2022 and the Scream 6, and then, you know, going forward, which we can talk a little bit more about that. But this was really kicking off a new era focused on new characters. But yes, what did you think of Screams?
Screams. I think we've said goodbye to Dewey after
he died
after 4 deaths. Like every Scream movie, he gets stabbed to death, and at the end of the movie they go, oh, we survived. Is that Dewey?
His little
wait a second.
Wait, is that David Arquette? What the?
Wait, is that? Side note about David Arquette. The first time I ever saw him in a movie was See Spot Run. Did you see that movie?
No, I haven't.
It's a comedy about a guy who basically he's like babysitting his sister's son or his neighbor's son. He's babysitting some kid, and he also has a dog. And it's just like him in a bachelor pad with his friend. And they're trying to like make it through with like a toddler and a dog that neither of them are his. It's probably a terrible synopsis, but it's a very funny movie.
Oh,
so the first time I saw Screen, and I was like, oh, that's the See Spot Run guy.
That's the guy from See Spot Run. That's great.
So
I always love it watching when your first interaction with an actor is something they're not famous for.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, it's just like, yeah, you know, Harrison Ford from American Graffiti.
Yeah. You go to their IMDb and you're like scrolling. Come on, where is it? Where is it?
I know it's American Graffiti. Where have I seen this guy before? Oh, American Graffiti.
Oh, Indiana Jones? No, I don't think so.
No. Han Solo? No. Blade Runner?
Han what? What's he from? No.
Blade
Runner? Seen it.
Rummer?
I'm into like really good movies. I've not seen stuff like Blade Runner or Star Wars. Sorry.
What cut?
Anyway. Scream 5.
Yeah. I think I like the new cast. I feel like it's a bit odd because I think, I don't know, it's starting off a new era, which I enjoy. And I think I like our new characters, and they're going back to something different. So they're saying, once again, they're stretching it because it's just like, oh, Billy actually had a daughter. Like when he was in high school dating Sydney, he also was hooking up with somebody else that got pregnant. You know, it's like plausible, but also like it seems like they invented that, just like Roman's, you know, lineage.
Yeah,
as well.
I think what we're missing in that as a plot point is that there's no Randy character to say, oh, that's like a horror movie trope. You know what I mean? Like previously we had Randy or a Randy type character to say, oh no, he's bulletproof because it's the 3rd movie. So you can expect him to be like way stronger. Right. And then when it happens, you're like, oh, Randy talked about that. Whereas like,
well, there'd be a Mindy character in this one though. The niece.
But does she set it up? Like, does she set up that specific thing about like, oh, it's the original killer's child? She does that?
Yeah.
I missed it.
No, I know it's been a while since you had watched this one too, but so with Mindy and Chad, their brother and sister, they're the nephew of Randy, and Mindy has the whole thing that like Sam is most likely the killer because it's the killer's daughter.
Right.
But then, yeah, that definitely she takes that place. Remember, so they have the whole scene, which probably my favorite scene from this movie. would be that when they have Mindy's on the couch watching Stab, the original Stab, and it's her uncle's character saying, "What she's." This is so meta. So Mindy's on the couch watching Stab 1, which is Randy watching Halloween, and Randy is saying, "Jamie, look behind you, look behind you," and Randy, someone's coming up behind him, which that actor's real name is Jamie, which is so funny. So he's saying, "Jamie, look behind you," and he's talking to himself, and Ghostface is behind him. Mindy is saying, "No, Randy, look behind you." And then she goes, "Wait a minute," and she whips around and Ghostface is there. It's just, it is such a perfect scene. And just like, yeah, she goes over like the rules and stuff. So I get what you're saying, but yeah, I think that's their attempt at the kind of stand-in.
From that like couch scene going over the rules stuff, I remember that Jack Quaid's character was the shoe-in for the bad guy, because Mindy then like gets up and like gets away from him, and he's like, "Come on," you know. I didn't remember the killer being I didn't remember the other part. Doesn't matter. Whatever.
Doesn't matter. Yeah. So I don't know. I think it's cool. And then like to see this new group, it's good. And I think it's more solid than like Scream 4. I think it's a little fresher. And I like that it's kind of connected, but it's connected to something different. So I like how that series is going. That's all I really have to say about Screams.
Yeah.
You ready to move on?
Now affectionately called Screams.
Screams.
Yeah.
Scream forever. Scream Resurrection. We always joke about there's so many series where those titles will just like pop in. Rebirth, Resurrection.
Scream Reloaded.
Reloaded. Afterlife is real popular. Retribution. Afterbirth. All right. So our number 3 is Scream 6, which it does make me really happy that they go back to numbering them. And it's just like, this is Scream 6. So this was, we can talk, well, I just want to say this right now too. So this was supposed to be part 2 of a trilogy. This was like a new wave of Scream movies. And this one is the only one without Sidney Prescott's character in it at all. And that was for money, unfortunately. It was, they just didn't offer her enough money. And so she didn't come back. But then this one, I don't know. I just finished this one literally before we started recording. So it's a really solid one. I think there's a lot of, it's playing off these new characters, but then it's also kind of, it feels new because it's in New York. There's a lot of like crowded area kills. This is the one that opens. This is probably, besides the original, this is probably my favorite opening, because this has the killer. He like basically is on this Tinder date. He kills the date, goes back to the apartment. It's like him and his roommate are going to go on a Ghostface killing spree, but then they get killed by a different Ghostface.
Yeah.
And it's just like, that's like, just such a cool reveal.
We've grown beyond just like their location being New York City, and the fact that the Ghostface killing like trend has grown much larger. I think it's great. Like, we're outside of Woodsboro, which is that small town, and now the concept of like copycats is huge. Yeah.
And it's cool because like New York seems like a terrifying place that like you could get stabbed in an alley and people might just walk past. You know, so there's a bit of that, like, it's about if you know the people or not. The train scene is one of my favorite ones because it's Halloween time. There's other people dressed as Ghostface, but just scary people in general. And someone gets stabbed in the middle of the train surrounded by people. And I think that is just such a scary thought. Like, yeah, it's just, I think that whole train sequence is like one of the most intense. But yeah, what did you love about Scream 6?
This has been even longer since I've seen this one.
This is the one too where it's all about it's about Richie's family. So there's three
Yeah.
killers in this one. And then they go back to the place where it's all these it's like the 9 people who've been ghost faced before, and they have all the masks and all that kind of stuff. So like it does feel like
the
man.
shrines, basically.
Yeah.
It is weird for me to see Hayden Panettiere in anything that's not Heroes.
Yeah.
So she was in Scream 5 and Scream 6.
Yeah.
Screams and Scream 6.
Screams.
And it's like, yeah, totally, you're an actress. You do other stuff. That's cool, but like don't.
Well, it is I think she and oh my gosh, who's the main girl? Not Sam.
Courtney Cox.
No, the younger Jenna Ortega.
Uh-huh.
I think she's one of those people. Both of them are unfortunately like, well, good for them, but they look so young that you almost don't believe it. And they even say that to like Hayden's character, Kirby. They're like, "You're a child. How are you an FBI agent?" She's like, "I'm 30." Like, in real life, she's like 30, but she was like, "Well, you're the cheerleader from Heroes, and you still kind of look like that age."
Yeah.
Same thing with like Jenna Ortega. She's like, "I'm a freshman in college," but then she could go right into playing Wednesday. And it's just like, well, yeah, you're fully believable as a middle schooler.
Yeah.
But we didn't talk about it. I do want to jump back. I hate doing this. I'm sorry from our rankings.
No, do it.
But back to Screams, Richie's character.
Uh-huh.
The discussion on fandom is so cool. Like, they're just like, you ruined it. You don't get fans. They don't make movies for the real fans. How can fandom be toxic? It's such good commentary on fandom.
Literally so cool.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the most unique approaches to why are there new people who are killing people? Like, why do you adopt the Ghostface thing? And it's not like what we've seen in the past. It's not the like, I hate Sydney, so I'm going to use Ghostface as a whatever. It's like, we love the movies and we're giving them new source material because we are who is important. Like, we are the fan base that knows that should be adored. So you're welcome, writers, producers, authors, for giving you new source material. And that's like also demented. Like how Charlie was demented and like you said, Serpentine.
Yeah.
Jack Quaid is like sadistic and just insane. They do those really well. The series, like the whole franchise, does those types of characters really well.
Yeah, and I think it's cool because Scream 4 almost felt like, I think it was a bit of a misstep because how they thought things were going. Like, I think they got part of it right, but they were like, killer POV is the new horror movie.
Yeah.
But with them like streaming their whole high school experience, I feel like, yeah, we have a lot of streaming, and there's people who do stream their whole life experience. But I guess to me, it's just not, the way it was played was almost like everyone's doing this.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know if that makes any sense. And I say that as the guy that's doing a podcast right now. So I guess maybe that's
who streams like conversations they have with their friends.
Who does that? Oh, yep. And we're on YouTube right now. Okay.
I
don't know. So I feel like that was a bit of that. But then to me, the Richie conversation with fandom was so accurate, especially as Star Wars fans. I feel like we felt that. Like, oh, could you see a Star Wars fan doing something really stupid to give people more source material to do a story? It was like 100%. 100%.
Yeah. Ma'am tapes himself to the outside of a SpaceX rocket.
Yeah.
To get the real Star Wars experience. Sorry, that's us.
Anything more to say about Scream 6?
No, man.
I'll just end it with this, that unfortunately, so what happened with Sam's character, Melissa, I just looked this up. I'm always the worst with actors' names.
Melissa Barrera?
Yes, thank you. So she was fired from the franchise allegedly. This was during, I mean, obviously we're still in it, but it was a Palestine-Israel comment, which we can have that discussion right after the credits on this episode. We'll dig into that. So she said some remarks that some people didn't like, so they took her off that. Then Jenna Ortega dropped out. Some people said it's because of that she left. That's kind of like, you know, same team kind of stuff. But other people are just like, Jenna Ortega is a huge actress now. She doesn't want to be in a bit part in Scream 7, you know? So it's just, who knows? But both of those people are out. So the intended trilogy of Scream 22 Screams, Scream 6 and Scream 7 is no longer happening. But Scream 7 is happening, but Sidney Prescott will be the main character, Neve Campbell, and it's going to be centered on him, on her character.
Oh, I was like, what?
In February of 26. So we're getting it fairly soon, right after Christmas.
Yeah.
There's a lot of rumors, but one of my favorite is that Stu will be in it.
Oh, dude, if Matthew Lillard shows up, I would cry. He was okay. Wait, I think this might happen. Do you know how when an actor re-enters the realm of acting, they'll do a couple roles here and there before like kind of a bigger one?
Yeah.
He was in The Life of Chuck. Matthew Lillard.
Oh.
So shout out Doodads. Justin and I went to go see The Life of Chuck a few months ago. Pretty great movie. And Matthew Lillard had like a 15-minute part in that movie. And I was like, oh, this is so cool. Terrific line delivery. Like it felt like, oh, you're warming up for something. So I really hope it's Scream 7. Yeah, so I don't know how they're going to do that because he's toast.
Right. Literally.
Whatever.
Yeah, the TV fell on him. You got stabbed multiple times on TV. But I would be okay. I think that's why I'm always like, Scream can be campy to me.
Yeah.
So even if they're like, I mean, that happened with Chad's character. And there's like
Dewey, every movie.
Yeah, and Dewey. And there's like, oh, he actually, and Chad's character was really interesting because I don't think they even showed him alive. But then the next movie, he's there and he's like, oh yeah, he survived. So it's like,
yeah,
I'm okay with that. I think Matthew Lillard. So what they did with Billy Loomis is his character comes back in the form of like visions for his daughter.
Right.
Like it's part of her like psychosis, basically.
Right.
So I think if they might do it like that, but I hope they do it Halloween 2018 style, that like he's been in an insane asylum this whole time.
Oh, yeah.
I really hope they go that way because I want full on Matthew Lillard in this movie.
Just psycho Matthew Lillard for 90 minutes would be nuts.
Yeah, and they get. So I don't know. I hope that's what we're getting. So even IMDb says he's going to be in it. So I think it's fairly
great,
reasonable. But yeah, I'm excited. So I think it's going to be interesting that they don't have the sisters, the siblings in this. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, but even in Scream, in Scream 6, they talk about how like it's like Sydney sends her love, but she's going to take her kids for safety. You know, so like it's pretty. I don't know. It's okay to be like, oh yeah, just one line, and yeah, this killer isn't interested in them because which would make sense if it's Matthew Lillard or it's Stu Macher orchestrated. He doesn't care about Billy Loomis's daughter, and he'd be like, I'm gonna kill Sydney. She's the one that messed all this up, Or maybe they're gonna go to him Hannibal Lecter style and be like, help us catch the next killer.
Clearly,
Yeah. My parents are gonna be so mad at me. All right, dude. Like I said, I've loved all these, but we're gonna get to the final two. And our number 2 is, would you like to say it, Andrew?
It's number 2.
It's number 2, Scream 2. The sequel, this was the controversial one because some people put it above 1 and some people have it like this. I think this is a great sequel. All the survivors go to college. You've got a lot of renewed people, but then, man, I love the villains in this one too.
Yeah.
Because the whole time you're like, is this a trope? Is it the boyfriend again? There's a lot
They do such a good job of making you believe it's the boyfriend again. Because you're like, oh, we're not going to do that a second time, right? But they lean into it so hard. And even the actor who plays her boyfriend, he performs in such a way in some of these scenes where like just the slightest look on his face, I'm like, it's you. You're the killer. So it's really good, and I like that they lead us that way, and then it turns out not to be it.
I don't know why, but when you said that, I just flashed back to Space Jam. There, that's him, the killer. You familiar with Space Jam?
I do love Space Jam. What scene are you talking about?
He's like the aliens are like hiding, and I think it's Charles Barkley. I can't remember what NBA player. It's like, oh, Barkley's killing us. It's like somebody's killing somebody out there, and they're like peeking out. It's like, there, it's him, the killer.
That's a deep cut.
You're welcome. I think I've got a ton of notes on Scream 2.
Yeah.
Sometimes when we do that. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, what do you feel about Liev Schreiber?
Remind me who that is again?
Cotton Weary.
Oh, Cotton Weary. I love him. Do you not?
I like that he died at the opening of the third one.
Yeah.
I like his. I love to hate him in Scream 2. I just hate his absolute guts. And I'm glad that there was no genuine redemption, that he was still selfish at the end. I was like, so that's kind of like, I knew it. I knew you were a dirtbag.
Yeah, he wants his 15 minutes of fame, and he's just like, Gail, I was told that we had a whole hour. I don't understand. Like, did she not know? Like, I think, and he's so creepy, and which is his purpose too. There's so many people. I think he is the best red herring, to be honest, because you're like, and then he like he's not a good dude. He is like restrains Sydney, trying to get her to like, come on, let's go on this talk show together.
Yeah.
So I think he's a great person. And also it's like they bring that up. It's like, this is the guy that Sydney put away for a year in prison. Don't you think he has, some things to say as well?
Yeah. So a bone to pick with her. And even again,
bone to pick with
the ending scene where it was Billy's mom.
Yeah.
Has a knife to Sid's throat, and she's like, she's the reason that you went to prison for a year. And the gun goes, oh yeah, and like kind of finds Sydney, and she's like, dude, stop.
Yeah. I love the killer reveal of 2. It is so good. And it's classic revenge. Just like Scream 6. It's, no, I'm not trying to make a movie. I'm not trying to be cool. I'm not trying to copy. I am trying to kill the person who killed my loved one. Yeah. And I'm going to also I want to torture you. I want to scare you as well. And that's why I'm doing it. I love how we meet the killer right away. And it's like this like second-rate reporter to Gail Weathers. Yeah. She's like, get out of here. And she's like, oh, well, let me just tag along here. And I'm making a phone call. Like, so goofy. And then she switches to the killer. And also that Sydney never interacts with that character because she would know that's my boyfriend's mom.
Right.
And I just think that's so cool that they hid that for so long. And Timothy Oliphant, Mickey, that's his name.
Yep.
I was just about to ask. It came to my brain before I asked.
Boom.
I love his character. He's such a good actor.
Me too, man.
I love the scene where they're all in film class together. And you also have the captain of the Mighty Ducks in there as well for just that scene. Charlie. He's just like, oh, come on, The Godfather Part 2. And
it's that guy? I've not really seen the Mighty Ducks. I think I've seen it once like 20 years ago.
We need to do the Mighty Ducks.
Okay.
It's not worth winning if you can't win big.
Oh, that was the quote you messed up that one time.
Yeah, I did. Oh boy.
Yeah, movies. Timothy, I liked the reference. I think it was in a similar scene actually. That Randy was like, "Oh, Friday the 13th was incredible. It being Jason's mom, Pamela Voorhees, nobody saw that coming. That was such a great twist. And it's such like oh yeah, horror movies, we're talking about that. But you, on the second watch, and you're like, oh, he literally spoiled it. Like, you ruined it.
Yeah.
But you didn't, like, ruin it. It's just, it's great foreshadowing. And just, again, Randy is one of my favorite characters. It's a big bummer he dies. Like, of all the characters to get stabbed and actually die, I was the most sad about him.
I think, yeah, I think it's tough too, because Randy's character, they really need him in this franchise, and that's why they joke about it, but they literally have replacements for him every single movie. Mm-hmm. You know, it's Randy, and then they have the Ricky character, which is like a fake joke about it, but then they literally have Randy back as a videotape because they need his character in it so much. And then they have Kirby and Charlie are kind of that duo of horror lovers. Mm-hmm. And then Jenna Ortega is a big horror fan. And then they even have Mindy, obviously, is like the niece. It's like his trope was so needed. Dewey is not a trope. Gale Weathers is like not a trope. Like, these are characters that we love, but when it really comes down to it, it's like, I think they realize like a Scream movie needs a movie nerd. They need that horror movie fan.
Someone to say, hey, this is a lot like this one movie. And you go, oh, yeah.
Which is, if there's one, I think Scream is a lot bigger than this, but if there's one thing Scream is about, it's the horror movie where horror movies exist. And that makes it really fun.
That's the whole point. Totally.
Some things I love is Randy, when his kill is he is ragging on Billy Loomis, probably to Billy Loomis's mother at that, and then it's like yanked into the car and killed. It's like, I just love that. Mm-hmm. Probably, this is probably why it's one of our top Scream movies, but the car scene where they have to crawl over Ghostface, one of the freakiest setups. Like I said, I think the train scene and this are the ones that I'm like, even the rewatch, I'm like, oh, that really gets me. Like, what a terrifying scenario. It's like, you think the killer is knocked out and you have to crawl around to get out. Mm-hmm. And then that desire to go back, and
that's one of the wonderful things about the mask pretty much never coming off until the very, very end, is things like that. Emotion, you've got nothing. Pain, injury, doesn't matter. You can't see. The best you get is like noises that Ghostface might make, and unconscious or faking it so that I get close. I don't know. And that's so terrifying. I love it.
Yeah, it really is. The theater opening, again, as I always struggle because I'm like, this is probably one of my favorites. Like, the openings are so good. I think Scream 5 is probably my least favorite, but it really did take you by surprise. Screams, because she lived. But to me, like, I love the meta of like the people watching the movie, that's actually the one I loved. Cotton Weary is like, because you want him to die and he's in Hollywood, kind of thing.
Yep.
But man, this theater kill is terrifying as well. Just crowded area, the going to the bathroom, but then you come back, everyone's giving away Ghostface masks. So like the boyfriend comes back with the mask and she's all like scared, and her death is haunting. I'm not a huge fan of
getting stabbed in public.
No, I don't like it. No, of was it Jada Pinkett Smith or whatever? I think she's kind of an insane person. But anyways, I think she played that role so well.
Yeah. Like, she was really good at joining like those opening scene actors who get killed. Yeah.
And to clarify, I think Will Smith is also insane. So it's not a...
Oh, wow. I don't have an opinion on either of them.
Oh, just dig into some stuff. What? His son, when he wore a house as a hat to a red carpet?
Oh.
That was a bold move. Did you see that?
Cool. No.
Look that up real quick while I finish this.
You got it.
Go look up Will Smith's son house hat. Um, oh, another thing I really enjoyed about this is that Danny Elfman.
What?
You looking at the hat?
Dude, he's squared up right on that red carpet with a house hat.
It's delightful. So the play that they do in this movie is Agamemnon, and Sid is playing Cassandra. Danny Elfman actually shadow composed just that scene. So
Really?
he wrote a haunting, beautiful piece of music just for the play in the movie. And I think that's so cool too. Also great squibs in this. I'm a huge fan of squibs.
Yeah.
And I think most probably listening know this, but squibs are like the little piece they put as a prosthetic or under clothes that like blow up to resemble like a bullet or something like that. But these are so interesting squibs because they are either on a forehead or like a chest, like skin. And so they have to use it as a prosthetic. But then also during the 90s, they actually have charge in them.
Yeah.
So for the actors, it's actually a pretty terrifying thing. Like to be
It,
like, there's a little bit of
explodes.
gunpowder on your chest. There's like a little bit of bomb that it's gonna like. So that's really fun. But yeah, so I'm a huge fan of that movie, and like I said, it's not my favorite, but I totally get why people would say it's the best. It is such a good sequel. It's a little, you can tell it's a little polished from like the vibe because they were inventing the vibe from this. And which we didn't talk about this, but Wes Craven directs the first 4 movies, which is pretty rare. So like, I think he really got to work on his craft. Obviously he's a horror movie icon, but really was like what makes Scream good, you know?
Yep. Where do I want to go? What do I want to do? Yep.
Where did I come from? Cotton Eye.
Cotton Eye Craven.
Cotton Eye Craven. Oh, there's a parody song in there. We should write it. Hello, you got my face. I've been married. All right. Anything else to say about Scream 2?
No, dude. Let's go to our number 1.
Our number 1. Say it, Andrew.
The only one left is, ladies and gentlemen, Scream.
Scream. Is this the 2022?
I think so. What's the difference? I think it's a shot-for-shot remake, actually.
Oh, there you go. So no, the original Scream. I think this was such a unique movie, especially during this slasher craze where it was. I love the book, the Ashley Collins book about the making of these movies, because it's like this movie was so bold. It was so like, well, slasher movies aren't really a thing anymore. And then it's like, well, right, this is kind of making fun of them. And it's also a classic, like, it's like an Agatha Christie whodunit murder mystery as well.
Totally.
And I think it's really cool that they're making commentary on scary movies. And like, you know, Billy Loomis has the great line of movies don't make psychopaths. Movies make psychopaths more creative. Like that is such a cool and terrifying line. The 2 killers I feel like is really unique. The mask is like a standard Halloween ghost like mask, you know, like it was something you could buy, and it wasn't as popular as they made it out to be, but it was also, the movie did so well that it became the thing. Like literally like I got this mask at Halloween USA today, and this is their cover, is the Ghostface mask, you know, and it's just it
reminds me a lot of
movie.
Cozy fall movie. The mask thing reminds me a lot of what Halloween did with the William Shatner mask, and they just kind of like, it's not William Shatner in the movie, right? Like they used one of those that was available and out there and made it into something else, and it picked up so fast and so well that something standard became iconic. I really love that when the 90s came around. So this is 1996. So mid 90s, they're looking at the last 20 years for horror movies, and they're like, man, these like they're kind of like against the man. Like all these kids and all these people are like, man, horror is not what it used to be. Like all these cheesy movies aren't good. Our parents grew up with these horror movies and they like swear by them, but like we hate their guts because they're full of tropes, they're unrealistic, and people are stupid. The villains are stupid. And I love that someone made a movie about that because that in itself it just is the 90s, right? This all like
Sydney's character says all of the things you just said.
Yes.
Like,
yeah. And I just love that is the first, realistically, the only franchise. Like Scream is the first movie to do that and the only franchise that has continued to do that well. And I think that this first Scream movie does that the best out of all 6 of them. Yeah. There's the best commentary over the course of the whole movie about horror, about pop culture, about entertainment and the effects of entertainment on young minds, if it creates psychopaths or not, right?
yeah.
So I just think it's the most potent, and while Scream 2 is a close second for me because of the production value, right? More money, and he gets a little more clear on where he wants to go. Scream 1 is just so pure to me. I love it.
Yeah. It really is. It was the original too, and I think I'm someone that's not like the original is always the best one because I think we've talked Friday the 13th Part 2 is so much better than the original.
Yes,
and
there are lots of sequels that are way better.
Yeah,
Friday the 13th Part 2, Empire Strikes Back, because A New Hope is just a terrible movie. What else? Spider-Man 2, way better than Spider-Man 1.
Yeah, that's true. Godfather Part 2. I think I think there's a lot in there, and it's so cool because it says something that people were saying at that time and even now, because I think Halloween is still the season. We're in October, people still watch scary movies, they go back to classics, but it's cool to see people say what's good. And even like Randy's character is like, no, this stuff is good and this stuff is bad and this is the rules and you got to follow this. And it's fun to kind of figure it out. Is like, well, that person has to die because they said I'll be right back, and stuff like that. The ending sequence, another one of my favorite bits, it's not scary, but I think it's just so clever, is the 30-second delay of the van's camera.
Yeah.
It's just like, shoot, 30-second delay. That is such a fun trope. You don't know. And they did this a lot with the scripts and pretty much all of them, but they don't tell the actors who the killer is. And they're like, they kind of
know this.
So they're like, yeah, they play it off a lot of times of like, you could be the killer. Whoa. And so there's a lot of different takes. I mean, there's parts where, David Arquette will say stuff when he's alone with Gale Weathers, and you're like,
yes,
look, it's like, you're like, wait, is he actually?
Yeah.
You just have no idea at this point. But that's a trope that's followed through all of the movies. So it's just kind of a cool way to be like, we don't even know who the killer is, and they don't even know. So they're playing it multiple ways because they're trying to just suspend all those. But what a classic horror movie. And for someone, I'm always trying to show my wife movies that I love because she's not a huge movie fan. And so for me, I was like, I want to show you Scream. I'm like, no, hold on. I have to show you Friday the 13th and Halloween and Freddy Krueger for you to appreciate this movie. And I think Scream is, like I said, especially 3. I think that's why it's so special to me. But Scream is a scary movie franchise that's for movie fans. 100%. I really find that fun.
Dude, what incredible movies.
Let's do some fun stuff just to wrap up this episode. I would love to hear your favorite Ghostface, who your favorite Ghostface is, and what's your favorite kill in this franchise.
Do you have answers to these? Because I need to stew.
I'll stew as well.
Oh, nice.
This is what we'll call an edit. We're back. So we're going to do favorite Ghostface, killer, and favorite death. Andrew, what you got?
All right. Favorite Ghostface killer I think it's Mickey. I think it's Timothy Oliphant.
Wow.
I love when he switches. There's a very visceral switch. When the mask comes off, he does not back down. Like, completely different person when he's like revealed. I like his motivation. I know he's the secondary Ghostface, like he's not even the main one because he was convinced by Billy's mom to do this. But I loved it so much, and I loved that was the red herring. Like, it was a genuinely good red herring. So I think that's why he's my favorite Ghostface. I find his motive interesting, to be famous as a serial killer, and he wanted to like have a trial that made him famous. And the actor is just incredible. I think he really was a shining star. I think my favorite kill, I think it has to be the opening of the first Scream. I think it has to be Drew Barrymore.
That's mine too.
Is it really? It's incredible. Like the slow motion, like run, catcher, stab, like to end that scene is great. But I want to be honest with you, there aren't actually a lot of genuinely frightening moments in the entire franchise. You mentioned the train scene in, what was it, Scream 6 or Scream 5? Scream 6. Genuinely terrifying moment. There's a handful in all 6 movies, and I think the scariest is the opening to Scream.
Yeah. I mean, it's so iconic as an opening horror movie. The whole idea. So Drew Barrymore, a huge actress at this time, is on the poster as like the main person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no way anyone thought she was going to die, which also makes Jenna Ortega's introduction so crazy. Because I remember watching that for the first time, like, oh, bummer. I like that actress. She's not going to be in the rest of the movie because I know this person dies because of Scream, because of this
because of dope established by Scream.
This also, one of my favorite things about the opening is it's a mini movie of itself. That is a complete movie. Just the opening before the title screen. It's just so well done, and they're playing off of horror movies. They go right into everything that we love about Scream. They go into what's your favorite scary movie, you know, and the trivia and I think you're right. The kills are just a lot of surprise stabs, like Ghostface is behind you. Like, he's always behind you. He always gets around you, which is, but yeah, so I think that's mine. I do have a lot of love for how creepy Billy Loomis is. But he and Matthew Lillard, Stu, they don't really have a switch. They go crazier, but they're not like Skeet Ulrich is always creepy. He's always I'm sorry, he's always the skeevy guy. And they're like, which I think that's why they played it so well, is because they're like, he's in jail. Like, he didn't make those calls. Like, we think it's him. Everyone thinks it's him. But it's like, no, it's not him. And it's like, oh, it actually is him, you know? So homage to those. Rory Culkin, honestly, I did think about saying that because I do just love his Ghostface. But I think Richie Kirsch, Jack Quaid.
Oh, really?
He's
so good.
That switch as well is so good. The fan is so, like, the idea of the diehard fan, and he's clearly insane. I think all of that is just done so well. And there's Mickey is great as well, but I think Jack Quaid is my favorite.
Oh, that's a great one.
Beautiful. What are those the Scream movies? That's our ranking. Love to hear what you guys have to say. What's your favorite moment or Scream movie? Andrew, happy Halloween, buddy.
Happy Halloween, Heath. What a great time. I'll take us home. Let's go home. The call is coming from inside the house.
To what's
ending pop quiz. The famous horror movie catchphrase or trope, the call is coming from inside the house, originated in what movie?
You've asked me this before, and I got it wrong before, so I still don't know.
That's so funny. Black Christmas.
Oh, Black Christmas.
I know.
which they say that might be the first. Some people say that's the first slasher movie. But there was another movie they talked about in these Scream movies that's like, well, that wasn't the first killer POV. But, man, Black Christmas.
It's neither here or there. Yeah.
You want creepy? Go check out Black Christmas.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. As always, you can find our full video show on YouTube and on Spotify. Give us a follow, subscribe. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok as well. We have lots of fun over there. Much more conversational based. It's a great spot for you to jump into the comments and ask us questions and have a dialogue with whatever topic we are posting about in that moment. Heath, go see a movie.
Go see a movie.